So first, welcome everybody, and I hope you enjoy this lecture, because in this lecture we're going to talk about the month of Tammuz, the month of Cancer. That will be Wednesday and Thursday, 2 days, and we need truly to understand this month. It's from astrological point of view, there is a lot of difficulty that's coming within this month, but if you will do what I'm about to tell you, you will not have to get hurt by that quite intense negative energy that's coming into this month. So first, I would like to say a few words about astrology, that from a point of astrology, you cannot always trust everything that comes from astrology, because astrology is 20% used in our time. If you live in the time of Abraham, when astrology was at a different level, then you can go ahead and trust it 100%. How do we know that? Because it's the pasuk, tzeh, the word tzeh, get out. When Abraham predicted based on his astrological chart that he would never have kids, God said to him, tzeh. So if you look at Rashi says, tzeh mitztaglenut shelcha, get out of your astrological brain or from your astrological mindset, and get into a place where you can see a little bit above the planet. Because if you see a full moon, that's when the other side of the moon is dark. I mean, it's very, very simple. You don't need Pink Floyd to tell you this, right? The dark side of the moon. I mean, whatever is light here, it's dark on the other side. So when you go above the planet, everything is a little bit different than the way that we see it here. For that reason, we need to find a way to rise above the star. Now, the planet that controls the month of Tammuz, the month of Cancer, is the moon. The moon is moody, is ups and down. It's not like something that stayed the same all the time from our point of view. The moon stayed the same, but the way we view the moon changed. What does that mean? We know that on Wednesday, the sun and the moon were created. The moon was representing the higher frequency of light and energy, and the sun representing less amount of energy. And because people could not handle the amount of light that can come from the moon, only the sun became a controller over heaven. As those of you who know the Midrash, from the Zohar, Tikkunei Zohar. And the idea, what I teach in Tikkunei Zohar, what I teach in Talmud Sefirot, I teach that, the moon is actually the intense energy, the way God wants to create the world. But because we cannot handle that type of light, God told the moon, go make yourself smaller. Now, what does that mean, go make yourself smaller? In this month, when you try to make yourself better than everybody else, then the astrological effect will affect you. Meaning, we are getting into Mercury in retrograde in July 8th. We are getting to Jupiter still in retrograde. A lot of issues, square. So that's mean in this month there is issues for the people who it is an issue for them to be important. I mean, it's so important. I mean, Aries and Cancer and all this and that, and I'm sure you're going to hear it from all type of astrology who claim to say that this is it, this is the life, and it's so not true. I mean, I've been a reader, an astrologer since I'm 16 and a half. I'm studying that. Before it was even those books, I used to do it by hand. And I'm telling you that everything is into your hand. And please believe me, everything is into your hand, but you got to do something about it. You cannot sit still and say, okay, I'm not by the influence of the star. No. Then you are by the influence of the star. If you're lazy, then definitely by the influence of the star. And the idea is, what we got to do is to lower the need to be the king and the queen, to lower the expectation of how people are treating me, and more be busy with how I treat people. Because the moon say to God, how come there is two queen or two king in the same sky? So God said to the moon, go make yourself smaller. That's what the moon represents. Go make yourself smaller. If you can find a way to make yourself smaller, this month is the best month for you. So every time somebody is not talking nice to you, you are doing good. You are absolutely doing good. Because you just save yourself the worst negative energy that can happen to you. Just think about it. This is an unbelievable gift that God is giving you in this month. Now the letter, if we look at the book of Abraham Avinu, the book of Yetzirah, book of Formation, the letter that represents this month is Chet and Tet. The Chet, there is many Chet and Taf, I'm sorry. The letter are if you look at different Torah, some people write the letter Chet with Zayin and Zayin, some write it with Vav and Zayin. There's different way of writing the letter Chet. According to the Ari, the letter Chet is basically written by Vav and Zayin. And we know that the letter that represents the mass of Iyar, the mass of Taurus, is Vav, and the letter that represents the mass of Gemini is Zayin. But Taurus and Gemini are over. So what's the next letter after Vav? Zayin? Those of you know Hebrew? Chet. Very good job. Now, what's the name of the month? Tammuz. Very good. Tammuz. Tam, T-A-M, and Uz, U-Z. So Tam means end of what? Of Vav and Zayin. Now you know the meaning of the month. It is the end of behaving like a Taurus. It is the end of behaving like Gemini. And now you gotta behave like Cancer. Now, how does a Cancer behave? What do I need to do? What do I need to do? Well, it's been taken away from you, your balance. Your middle, your center column, your balance, who your core is, no longer there. It's been taken away from you. Everything emotionally you feel it's against you. Whatever seemed to be safe right now will not seem safe. You feel you need to control more things. All of those things are feelings that belong within this month. But if you say, how can I be a nobody in this month? Now, do you really care if the control been taken away from you? No, you don't. The only reason you care is because you want to be somebody. Somebody who their goal is to be nobody. They actually get excited with this month. Wow, what a great month. I'm going to get emotionally a little bit imbalanced, which is great for my ego, which is great for being nobody. What if all year you are like that? What if all year you are feeling those type of imbalanced emotions? Does that mean that the month of Tammuz, the month of Cancer, was not approached by you in the right way? And for that reason, the whole year you feel like that. But if in the month of Tammuz, you practice how to be small a little bit smaller, like the moon, to be respected. What do you want more than that? For that reason, tonight was the night that Beraglin, the spy, last week we read about it, went to Israel. They went to Israel. Moses chose this day. Because if they would make themselves smaller, they went in the, the Erev Rosh Chodesh Sivan, 1 month ago exactly. So, the Moses want to choose that they will be in the month of Cancer, and all what they had to do is to make themselves smaller, and then everything will be easy. But unfortunately, they fell, like a lot of us, into the idea: who can recognize me? Who can see how great I am? And Debbie and myself and my dear friend Michael and my friend who are now in Italy, all advised me that it's time for me to go to England, to London. I never been here. This is my first time. He said, why don't you reveal that energy in London? I said, because London people are very kind. London people are nice. London people are, besides that, they are beautiful, beautiful personalities. I'm so shocked and impressed. And I keep telling everybody in the hotel, wherever I go, I said, how do you manage to be that nice? And I start to realize that the people of London truly work on their core being. They truly work on how can they be, working on not looking to be that important, not looking to be with that ego. So I came here to give, but also to get that energy, that tremendous amount of energy of how can I be a little bit of nobody? Because within the nobody, what we call Ein or Ein Sof, within the Ein Sof, within the nothingness, that's when everything exists. And for that reason, it's a Tam. Tam, if you look at the Torah, in last week's parasha, itamu v'yamutu. God say about the spy, because they didn't be busy with the energy of Tam, which is part of Tammuz, that's why they're going to die. So the ego will die when you don't kill it yourself. If you go ahead and kill the ego yourself, now don't have pride when you kill the ego. Because sometimes people kill the ego and say, oh my God, I'm so proud of myself that I get rid of my ego. You're proud of yourself, you get rid of ego. That's an ego too, So you gotta be careful a little bit for how you go about it. Because it's better that somebody else kill your ego than you kill it yourself. Because if you kill it yourself, it might be ego too. But if people go ahead, humiliate you a little bit, don't disrespect you, there is some amazing things about it. That's mean all year you will be respected. All year, if you can do it. So going back to the Tammuz, Tam Vav Zayin, and we have Het and Taf. We know the letter Taf is the letter that appears on somebody's forehead. I know I didn't finish a vital transformation to teach you how to read faces, but I'm hopefully Blina will complete it. The letter Taf appears on the forehead of a person. A person, before he died, 10 days before people die, they know they're going to die, and they have Taf, the letter Taf, appear on the forehead. I hope you know the shape. I cannot show it to you right now. But the letter Taf, it is tough when the letter Taf appear on your forehead, of course. Because that means it's the end. This has been, that's been decision in the upper world for this soul to leave this body. And the idea is within this month, you gotta work on that. Now, what happened in this month from an energy point of view? From an energy point of view, the Or de Chochma mitgale, the light of wisdom is revealed itself. What does the light of wisdom feel like? Light of wisdom is intensity of energy that doesn't have sleeve, doesn't have the proper, I should explain it like, nothing can teleport that energy from spiritual to physical. And for that reason, it's very much intense on the body, intense on the soul, and we gotta be careful. We gotta be careful because that means God giving you more than you can imagine you can receive. It's great news, right? You have a birthday and you're gonna get, instead of 100 gift, you're gonna get 1 billion gift. Where are you gonna put it? You have no place. Your home is too small. I'll bet you feel all the gift is going to the street. For that reason, if you're a nobody, not only you don't have a house, you have nothing. And because you have nothing, you actually have everything. What's the trick here? Because the nobody, when you get to that nobody, when you get to the endless consciousness between I'm nothing, for that reason, is it saying Tehillim, it's saying the book of Psalm, it's saying Me'ashpot Yarim Evyon. God has fun. God has joy. If you want to know what God enjoy the most, God enjoy a few things. Me'ashpot Yarim Evyon. God like take a person in the lowest place and raise that person to the top. Me'ashpot Yarim Evyon. Ashpot means garbage. From the garbage, he will raise the poor people. That's what God fun is. Second thing that the Talmud said that God have fun is mezavek zivugim. It's saying, what is God doing all day long after he created the world? What is doing every day? He said mezavek zivugim, put people together, soulmate. So those of you looking for soulmate, those of you looking for money, those of you looking for fame, those of you looking for different things, what a great month. What a great month in front of us for the people who are ready to do tzeh, get out of the star and astrology and stop listening to those astrologers who tell you that's what it is, that's what's going to happen to you. I do astrology chart, but I don't tell people that's what's going to happen. I tell them this is the few options in your path. You might need to choose one, but it's not Torah Messina. It's not like it's written and that's it. No astrologer can become God. We are only can give advice that is between 15 to 25%. When you look at the hand, of course, it's 58%. I always tell people, when I look at your hand, why 58%? Because the hand takes time to change, between 1 or 2 years. When I look at the forehead, that change every 7 years. So everything has time. And when you do the reading for people, when I do reading for people, I give them different tools. I give them cloth. For Rabbi Moshe Zachuta, cloth means scroll. You have to carry the cloth with you. And then it opens doors. It makes things better. No, there is a reason why those Kabbalists 2,000 years ago tell you, carry this scroll, read this parsha, and then things get better for you. But it's not like there is a decree, bad decree, that's it, or there is good thing, that's it. No, it includes work, my friend. It includes work. Now, the part that control the body this week and this month is the stomach, is the digestive system. Meaning, a lot of time a Cancerian have a difficult time to digest injustice or digest a certain thing, which is create a problem. We don't want us to be in a place where we cannot digest whatever is happening to us, good or bad. We need to digest whatever it is, because when these things happening to you, God is not doing it to you for punishment. God only want to reward you. So how do you digest something that doesn't make sense? You just bless it. You just say, okay, this has come as a blessing. I give you an example. We try to get to London. We got what we call low-cost airline. And low-cost airline come with a lot of opportunity to be nobody. Baruch Hashem. So one day there is 1 hour, there is flight, and there is cancel of the flight. There is luggage, there is no luggage. A lot of beautiful opportunity to be nothingness. How can you be nothingness.com? So we are like sitting there trying. In the end, we are here in London, Baruch Hashem. Thank God. And the idea is when you pass the test of being nothing, everything is open. But it doesn't mean that people should humiliate you. It doesn't mean that people should abuse you. Trust me, I've been stabbed in my back and get abused thousands of times in my life. I needed it. It was great for my ego. But it doesn't mean you should look for it. Okay, where can I get abused? No, if it happened to you, you have to check if you're in an evil environment and leave. But if it happened to you just randomly or coincidence, it looked like random or coincidence, it's from God. But if there is actually evil people that all what they do, they abuse people, get out of there. It's not for you. You understand what I'm saying? I hope you do. So to summarize it, because I want to make sure I give lecture, because I'm away from my center in LA, and the center in New York and in Miami, so I want to make sure I'm giving this lecture for all of people there and all of people here. Is the idea is we need to focus. What we need to do in this month is the pasuk, the verse from Rabbi Nehunia ben Akana, Shavatenu Kabel, the last verse. This is the month of manifestation. So those of you who are working on money plan, you manifest like no tomorrow. Don't sleep too much, okay? Just manifest business. Business, this is the month of business. This is the month of business. Those of you who work on relationship, stop trying to be somebody. Stop to be who gonna appreciate me and what's gonna happen. So this is second thing. Those of you who work in a relationship on more the connection in the relationship, this is the month of physicality. Okay, so if you marry, you touch, you kiss, and I don't want to tell you more than that. If you are dating, you make yourself more about the body conscious, because this is the body consciousness that we have to respect. Don't you go, you eat good food, you enjoy everything. Of course, that in the 17th of Tammuz, it's a fast day. Why we fasting in the 17th of Tammuz? Because the walls in Jerusalem broke. It's not about the wall in Jerusalem. It's about that the protection broke. Protection of what? The protection of my ego was so big that God could no longer deal with me. So he had to break the wall to punch me a little bit in the face and wake up and say, stop with the ego already. So that's 17th of Tammuz. Between 17th of Tammuz and Tisha B'Av is 3 weeks that are not easy. Not easy. But for the people who realize, wow, what a great opportunity to be nobody, it's a great. So digest whatever it is that doesn't make any sense. And you will see the gift that you're going to get from that. And please, whoever hears this video, please pass it on to other people. Please, I'm begging you, pass on the video to other people. And those of you who are in London, I hope I have a few Zohar left to give to you, of course, free. And to protect you and to guide you and to whatever I can do for you with pleasure in Europe before I leave Europe back to LA. Gotta go home a little bit. And I just want to tell the people of London, whoever know me, whoever doesn't know me, I'm blessed to be here. I feel the energy of all the Kabbalists who passed through here, and the people of London, whatever religion you are just awesome. God bless you, and God bless England, Anglia, and God bless Europe, and may we see only great news to in every location here. And if we can, when we get ourselves humble this month, the entire month of Tammuz will be amazing, and the entire year will be amazing. So in this point, I also would like to tell you that you're all invited to join me for mystical Rosh Hashanah. That the first day of Rosh Hashanah, I'm going to teach you how to take care of your body and the body consciousness, meaning food, sexuality, children, money. And the second day of Rosh Hashanah, we're going to take care of the spiritual essence of the soul, which is happiness, fun, and connection. We're going to do this in LA, and everybody, of course, is welcome. We're going to make sure it will be as cheap as possible, or even free if we can afford it, so that everybody can afford it and everybody can come. I love you from Debbie and myself, and have a wonderful month of Tammuz. Thank you.